This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyest all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 25, is that I came across this article today by the Eurasian Times where they're reporting how a commander out of the Southern Command Center in Florida is addressing his fellow comrades how the Russians' expanding influence, is hitting South America. And it got me thinking on Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 25, because, hey, we're getting close to America's destruction. We're getting close to, that destroying mountain, which is America, being burnt up. And this is all done through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, putting the spirit on America's enemies, to go against her. More specifically, Russia, also known as the Medes, also known as Magog and Gog. All right? And I wanted to read, let me go back and read this one more time, because I want to bring out a point that, this Jeremiah 51 and 50 is strictly talking about, Babylon the Great, America, which is America today. Jeremiah 51 and 25 again. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain. Right. Mountain represents government. And America, has been destroying the earth with through its military, through its philosophy. Saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth. There you go. Now, I got a Wikipedia of the Unified Combatant Command. Now, this is America's military destroying mountain. And if you notice, Unified Combatant Command's area responsibility, America is that destroying mountain, that destroyed the earth. You could clearly see that they mapped out the whole globe, which proved that this is Babylon the Great, also the hammer of the whole earth. I got it right here. Jeremiah 50, verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Right. And what you see right here is the hammer of the whole earth. Is that destroying mountain that destroyed the earth. Babylon the Great, America. So, clearly, if America's Babylon, then that means that, sometime in our lifetime, and it's sooner than you think, America's going to be destroyed by fire. Just as the Lord said, back to Jeremiah 51, verse 25, Behold, I'm against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain. Right. Fire. This place is going to get hit with fire. And that's why you see America's enemies surrounding her. 26, and they shall not take thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for a foundation, but thou shalt be desolate forever, saith the Lord. 27, set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations, prepare the nations against her. Call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, Mini, and Ashkenaz, appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. 28, prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes. Right, so all Russia's allies, okay, and Russia are going to be against Babylon the Great. And you clearly see it. Once again, U.S. wary of Russia's expanding influence in South America. All right, and Russia has allies. And why is this all happening? Because this is all done by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay? And let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. World War III is going to break out after the chip is made mandatory. And where World War III is going to break out at is in the Middle East. Let me finish this off and then I'll get to this article. Jeremiah 51:28. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captives thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the lands of his dominion. 29. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. Right. And how is this going to happen? Okay, the war to end all wars, the war in the Middle East, World War III. Russian forces take over 2 oil gas fields in northeast Syria. All right. Russian forces on Saturday took control over the Al-Thara oil facility located in southwest Raqqa Governorate in northeastern Syria after the Iran-aligned Liwa Fatimiyyan militia having withdrawn from the site. Just going to get to the point right here. Russian military reinforcements alongside units from the Russian-backed 5th Armored Division arrived on Saturday at El Thara oil facility, which produces around 2,000 barrels, BPD, probably barrels per something. Media sources based on Syria's Euphrates region reported, right, because this is in near the Euphrates River, this area, Al Thara oil facility. Right here, yeah. Similarly, Eye of Euphrates correspondents reported on 7 Russian military vehicles and 3 troop carriers transporting members of the 5th Armored Division arriving at the Tonina gas field on Friday. Right, so you got Russians, okay, all in this region right on the Euphrates, Euphrates River, okay? Let's go to the United States. Washington reinforces its bases and moves terrorists to Syria. Now, this is from Prensa Latina. This is a Cuban news media site. But right here's the point. It says the U.S. forces in Syria have intensified their destabilizing actions and have sent more reinforcements to their illegal bases, in addition to moving 30 Daesh terrorists to eastern Syria. Right? We already should know this by now, 2021. Okay? You should know that America funds terrorist groups. All right? If you don't know that in 2021, you're probably not a man of the Lord, more likely. You're probably just... You're 2/3 scumbag that's going to get hit with a nuke, okay? Because it's evident that America funds terrorist groups to go, proxy terrorist groups to go against Russia, Syria, okay, Iran, so on and so forth. They're enemies. In recent hours, the Karab Jer Air Force Base, the northeastern province of Hasaka, received a convoy of 40 trucks laden with weapons, ammunition, and war logistics material, according to the reports from local activists. Let me make this bigger so you can read. Syrian media denounced that I jumped the gun. Right here. Another column of several armored vehicles and trucks headed for a recently established base in the Kanoko gas field in the northeast of the Dezor province. Right. So this is where America's at. So now let's get a map. You clearly have the Dezor province right here. This is where America's at. right on the Euphrates River. You also have, okay, the Araka, which is where Russia's at, okay, right along the Euphrates River. So you clearly see that these two superpowers are getting close, okay? And best believe, of course, the mainstream media ain't going to report it, all right? But there's skirmishes going on between them. Because in 2018, all right, and I believe it was NBC or CBS, one of those two mainstream media, they reported how 300 Russian mercenaries were killed by U.S. coalition, all right, in the Delazor province. So there's skirmishes going on. But these two superpowers are about to, okay, go into World War III. And that's part of the prophecy, okay, that the Lord will have the Medes and all her allies come against Babylon the Great, okay? And the Medes are the modern day Russians. Let's get into this article to show why, hey, World War III is knocking at the door. U.S. wary of Russia's expanding influence in South America. South Commander. Right, this is a commander from South Command, and this U.S. Southern Command is based in Doral, Florida. Okay, and well, you know what? It's right here. I got it right here. U.S. Southern Command, located in Doral, Florida. This is South Florida. Okay, right in literally in Miami. Okay. And what do they do? Check this out. South Commander is responsible for providing contingency planning, operations, and security cooperation in its assigned area of responsibilities, which includes Central America, South America, and the Caribbean. Right. This is the hammer of the whole earth. This is that destroying mountain. Okay. That's why the world is in the condition it is, because it's America, that whore that rides the beast. Okay. That is creating nothing but problems and havoc and oppression all throughout the globe. Okay? So to say that America is not Babylon, all right, to say that America isn't that second, that another beast in Revelation 13, all right, that means you don't know the scriptures. Because in Revelation 13 and 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, right? That another beast is talking about America. And he had two horns like a lamb, right? Talking about your two-party political system. All right. And they got that influence, that ideology from ancient Rome. And he spake as a dragon, right? Okay. With these draconian laws. All right. And with these oppressive policies on the globe, all right, where they get that influence from? Ancient Rome, because America is pushing the image of the beast. This is Rome all over again, okay? 12, and he exercised all power of the first beast, talking about ancient Rome, before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed, right? Using the military, okay? Also using the media, man, okay? The propaganda media. That's it on that. So let's go back to this article. So this clearly goes to show you that America is in the Bible, all right? Mentioned all throughout the scriptures, and this proves that we're getting close to its destruction. Babylon the Great. And that's why we hear the prophets of Great Millstone through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai are here to warn our people. All right? Come out of her, my people. Let me get that. I'm just going with the Spirit. Excuse me, it's Jeremiah 51. right here. Jeremiah 51:6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her recompense. Right. All right, meaning spiritually get out of the philosophies of Babylon the Great. Because this place is about to be destroyed. The Lord is going to destroy this place. And he's going to use the Russians and their allies, all right, to knock this hoe, okay, off her pedestal. All right? And this goes inside with Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive none of her plagues. Right, the destruction. All right, and right here's the title. All right, hey, kudos to blueletterbible.org. All right, with these powerful titles. Babylon is fallen. There you go. And we could clearly see. It says the U.S. Department of Defense views Russia's rising influence in South America as a threat to national security of the United States and closely tracks Moscow's activities in the region. U.S. Southern Command Chief Admiral Craig Fowler said on Tuesday. Right, this is recent. Okay? So you clearly see that, hey man, America is being surrounded. And all what's going to happen is once the war in the Middle East pops off, that World War III, it's it, man. All these nations that are against America are going to be already positioned to destroy her with fire. In fact, it's in Jeremiah 50. I believe it's, what is it? Right here, Jeremiah 50 and 23. Jeremiah 50 and 23. We're going to start again. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord, right? Your pride and your pomp, all right? Your oppression on the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. So the Lord's setting you up for the destruction. 25. The Lord hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. Right. He's got the Russians and their allies, okay, these other nations, to drop fire on you. Okay, he's got his men that are going to have spiritual powers, all right, to drop you, okay? Because you're going to see men with spiritual powers, all right, before the nukes drop in Babylon, okay? Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. You also got the angels with their high concentration laser beam. You also got Yahushai, okay, the fathership and his concentration laser beam. You also got the plagues, earthquakes, all right, lightning, tornadoes, floods. So the Lord got everything on, all right, to go against you wicked Edomites and you wicked heathens, and of course you wicked 2/3 that rejected the Lord. That dwell here in Babylon the Great. For this is the work of the Lord Most High of hosts in the land of Chaldeans. 26. But here's the point. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. Right. Come against her from the utmost border. Now look. U.S. military says China and Russia may be collaborating south of U.S. border. Okay. Hey. U.S. wary of Russia's expanding influence in South America. Right. At the border. Okay. Russia's actively engaging in this region to counter what it views as the U.S. meddling in its near abroad, expanding air and sea access to project military power. It has agreements with Venezuela and Nicaragua that allow Russian warships to visit on short notice. Fowler said in a written testimony for the Senate Armed Service Committee. Right. Senate Armed Service Committee. Right. They're his comrades. Like, yo, the Russians are at the border. Hello. Okay. Hey, we're clearly here, man. All right. And this place going to get destroyed. All right, but and where's the war going to start at? Let's go to Revelation 9 and 13, and I'll end off right here. And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar, which is before the Most High, Yahweh, 14, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. Right, that's why you got all this commotion. Okay, let's spread it out. This is, okay, the valley of Jehoshaphat, or in the Hebrew, the valley of Yahweh-Shaphat, meaning Yahweh's judgment. All right, this is where the World War III is going to ignite, right here. And here's the Euphrates River. So the angels are working on the minds of the militaries of the nations to go to war. Okay, and guess who's going to be primary target? All right, numero uno. You, Babylon the Great, America. Okay, because you're that destroying mountain that destroyed the earth. So you're about to be a burnt mountain. Okay, and this is that snare and that trap. You want to go after the oil supply? Well, that's the reason why you're going to end up in World War III, bucko. Okay, because the Lord's using the lust of your eyes and the lust of your flesh to get into this war. Okay, here it is. You have dominion over the whole earth, and yet you still need oil. You still need oil and all this shit. So this goes to show you, man. So let's go back. Yeah, it goes to show you that America, you're through. 15, and the four angels were loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year for to slay the third part of men. Right, and who's the third part of men? You Edomites, Esau, Edom. Okay, because you Edomites are the ones that are going to be in World War III, the majority of you. Okay, and you're going to get, your numbers are going to get taken down. Okay, there is going to be a depopulation, and it's going to be you. All right, because hey, you're going to be few in numbers. Them curses are coming upon you. So Lord wants us as edifying, as you could clearly see. We're getting close to World War III. The Russians are at the border, as the scripture said they would be. Okay, these other nations are getting close, and the war is going to kick off in the Middle East, World War III. And before all this happens, disclaimer, before this war happens in the Middle East, okay, disclaimer, they must make the chip mandatory, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. So we're here. We're getting close. That's why, once again, I'll read this one more time. Revelation 18, verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. Who are the Lord's people? The Israelites. That ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues. 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities. Right, well, everything America has done, all right, since its inception all the way up to now. America's wicked, okay? Its philosophy is anti-Hamashiach, all right? It's oppressive, okay, war tactics on our people, okay, is against the Lord. The pollution as it has done that destroyed the earth, all right, because this is America. America's the one that's polluting the earth, all right. There was a report that it said, real quickly, you don't want to go off on a tangent, that you can find it, that the American military is the one that pollutes the most, okay, more than corporations, more than China, more than India. And it only makes sense, because if you want to be the hammer of the whole earth, okay, you have to cut corners. Excuse me, where's that article at? Where's that at? Right here, excuse me, that article. If you want the image, if you want to be the hammer of the whole earth and okay, and pollute it, you're going to have to cut corners to be able to keep your power. And that's what you've been doing, all right? You've been polluting it. This is the reason why you're going to be destroyed. So come out of her, my people. I mean, that's the Lord telling our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, come out of her, because America is about to be destroyed. You clearly see this place is through, all right? We're just waiting for the mandatory chip to be made, the RFID chip to be made mandatory, and that's it. Right after that, the nukes fly. And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And citation to the Akim out there pushing this truth in sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. As you can see, we're almost out of here. Keep fighting. Keep studying. All right? Pray without ceasing. To the few sisters that are watching, keep studying, keep praying. Shalom and Abad Babal Shalom.